Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series featuring Danger Devil. So this series is a fantasy superhero mashup featuring this character I've created, Danger Devil, using my Delves and Dangers Rules Like Fantasy role-playing game rules. If Delves and Dangers looks like a game that you think would do well at your table, you can download it at the link in the description below at itch.io. It's a pay what you want download. And so I am following the exploits, I guess exploits is a good word, of this man. His name is Thu Dockmer. He is a magister by day and a vigilante by night, known as Danger Devil. When he was a child, a stone, magical stone, blinded him, took his sight, but enhanced his other senses. Last episode, he was surprised to find that his past lover, Shaktra, is now in the city and needs his help. She is running from the League of the Shadowfingers. It's an assassination league in the Swordlands, and she has crossed them. So Thu goes to the only person he can think of off the top of his head to help, and that is going to be Therese. She is a Fellcat priestess of Tristan, and she is in charge of the Church of Tristan here in the Swordlands. And it is pretty much the middle of the night, well, almost the middle of the night, and they come bursting through the doors, and they close them behind them quickly. They're not sure if they've been pursued or not. They think they defeated the assassins that ambushed them, but she got them. And Teresa's up on the altar for her final evening's prayer, night's prayers before she heads off to retire. But she spins at the sound of the door slamming open. What can I do? Oh, Thu. Yes, Teresa, it is I. Oh, you're still doing this madness. It's not madness. You know why I do it. What brings you to my temple at this hour? You remember Shaktra? We've never met. But I remember you speaking of her. Yes, well, she's in trouble. She's being pursued by the League of Shadowfingers. Oh, my dear. That's not going to end well for anyone. No. Can you do anything to help us? Well, I can offer you sanctuary, but I don't know if my sanctuary will be adequate given the source of your foe. Well, I hate to put this imposition on you, but I have nowhere else to turn. That's why I sought out Thu. Yes, well, I'm not sure. I suppose you could stay the night, and there may be someone that I can contact to help in this situation. Perhaps. Oh, I would much appreciate it, Therese. Yes. Well, in the meantime, and just as she says that, mist appears throughout the temple, and figures appear in the mist. They found us! And so how were they able to find us? And so several assassins appear inside the church, inside the temple room. This is an outrage against Tristan. And it's initiative. All right. So I'm going to have Therese go on Danger Devil's initiative. Danger Devil is after the opponents, as is Shaktra. They are caught semi-flat-footed. So the assassins will go first. They are really focusing in on Shaktra. There are two archers. They fire off their arrows at Shaktra. You maneuver so he gets a clear shot. So this is that one, and her reflexes are enough that she's able to dodge the arrow, and the other one fires at her as well and gets an exploding die, and there you go. Just enough to miss her. All right, so that brings us now to the other assassins. This one moves up on Shaktra and attacks. 6 dice. All right, 2 exploding dice. And that is 3, 5. That is still not enough to get past her agility resistance, so she's able to parry and dodge the attack of that assassin. This one, he is not able to, he reaches her but is not able to attack. This one is, however, able to attack. And that is 2, 4, 6. So that is 1 point of damage off Shaktra. And as of last episode, she had taken a point of damage. And I think these are more specialized assassins, so I'm going to, in the future attacks, give them the opportunistic bonus of +3 dice if they're fighting a character that is adjacent to an ally. Then these 2 hobgoblin toughs come forward, and the assassins are in their way, but they're waiting for their opportunity. They're wielding huge swords, and so it is now there to, how dare you infiltrate the sanctity of this temple? And so she, and by she I mean Therese, she has 9 dice to attack with her sword, for it is magical, and she is skilled. 2 exploding dice, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 on that assassin. His agility resistance is 4, so that is 4 damage to that one. Not quite enough to bring him down, but nope. Yes. Okay, and then these guys are there and there, and then these guys are that and that. Okay, according their stamina. All right, so that was her attack. Shaktra attacks, basically kicks the one behind her, trying to take him out. She attacks with 10 dice with 2 attacks with her sai. And she gets an exploding die and another exploding die. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 as well on that one behind her. So he is down, but he air wolfs out of him, but he's still up and still fighting. And then our man, the myth, the legend, Danger Devil, he does not like the looks of these guys here, but he knows that they need to concentrate attack, so he attacks this guy here with his fighting sticks. He gets 10 dice with those particular weapons. Silently attacks. He gets 3 exploding dice and another exploding die, and that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 minus 4 is 7. That is more than enough to knock that one out. It drops to the he drops to the floor and is out for now. Shaktra then, or Danger Devil then moves here to intercept this big boy coming his way. And I think that is everyone. So we'll go on initiative. They go before the assassins this time, so that's good, because that could get out of hand if not. All right, so Shaktra's going to attack this guy fresh here, but she needs to get away from this. So she's going to do a leap over him. To do so, she needs to make an agility test. I'm going to say DL3 agility test. She has 3 dice in agility, and she gets it. Oh, and she really gets it. Okay, so she gets 4 successes. So she's able to jump over this guy, land on this pew, and then stab down with her sai. I'm still going to give her the attack since she was successful on that check. And she stabs down with her sai. Wow, 4 exploding dice. That is gorgeous. All right, so she... And there's another exploding die. Well, that wasn't huge. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Wow. So from 4 is 5, which is not quite enough. So she's going to use a danger die to add to that damage, and that's that's exactly what she needed. So she takes that one down as well. And then is there balancing on that pew, ready for another attack. Then Therese, she attacks the assassin in front of her, who is also injured. So stabs with her sword. Ooh, not that great, Therese. Not that great at all. She only gets 5. Ha! So that is, it is, the assassin is still standing and spins to attack her. All right, so now he does attack her. 6 dice. And gets no exploding dice and does not get past her armor. She has an armor of 4. And the archers both are taking beads on Shaktra. They need to take her down. That's their mission. All right, so the gray one got an exploding die. 2, 4, 6. That's enough to injure her. She takes a hit. And then the red one has 1 exploding die. So 2, 4, 6. That's enough to hit her for another one. So she's getting grazed by the arrows. All right, and now this guy, this honking guy, moves up on Danger Devil, and this one moves up on Shaktra. Now these guys attack with 7 dice with those big weapons they have. So the one on Danger Devil gets 2 exploding dice, and that's 2, 4, 6. That's enough to do 1 point of damage to him, and I believe he also took 2 damage last time. And even if he didn't, he did anyway. And that will put him there. Okay. And the attack on Shaktra. Oh, 2 exploding dice. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7. She takes 2 more damage. And so that brings us to initiative. Uh-oh. Exploding die. That's enough. Okay, so the heroes go before the bad guys. So Therese is going to finally try to finish off this assassin in front of her. And it looks like she just might. Yep, another exploding die. She got an exploding die over here, by the way. I don't know if that was off camera or not. 2, 4, 6, 7. That is enough to take him down. So he took out that assassin. And now she moves up to intercept this. No, she's going after the archer. And all right, now Danger Devil's going to attack the hobgoblin in front of him with his fighting sticks and his feet. Ugh, not so great. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. These guys have a 2 armor. No, they have a 3 armor. They're wearing heavy armor. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What did I say? 9. So it's 3 armor. So it takes. Wow, that's a lot. Wait, I'll just count what I have on the dice here. I lose track sometimes. 2, 4, 6, 8, we'll say. And he has a 3 armor, so that's 5 damage. He felt that one. And then Shaktra is going to she's going to jump down to get better footing and attack her aggressor. And gets 2 exploding dice and another exploding die and another exploding die. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's a critical hit, folks. Got to be, right? 11 from 3 minus 11 is 8. Oh my gosh, she almost took him down. She's actually going to use another daring die to do it. She's going to add that to the damage, and that's going to be enough to take him down. And so he goes down, thumps to the floor heavily. His sword clatters across the stones. And so that brings us to the assassins. This hobgoblin swings at Danger Devil. Another exploding die. Woo! 2, 4, 6, 7. Minus 5 is 2, so he takes a couple more points of damage from that sword attack. He's dodging and weaving and maybe taking a slight cut, not taking any massive blows to his body. The archer fires at Shaktra and gets 3, 6. That's enough to injure her as well by a point. And then the archer, if it fires its bow at Therese at point blank, he has a minus 4d to his skill, so he's not going to do that. So he whips out his sword, drops his bow, whips out his sword, and attacks. And gets 2 exploding dice, and another exploding die, and another exploding die. All right, so that is 2, 4, 6, 7 off Therese. She has an armor of 4, so that's 3 damage off Therese. She's feeling it, but she's still up. And so we go to initiative. All right, so Danger Devil goes after, and Shaktra goes after. So that means all of them go after. So the assassins get another attack on them. So that is 6 dice on Therese with an exploding die. Another exploding die. Okay, so that's 3, 5. That is 1 more point of damage off Therese. And then the big attack on Danger Devil. That is 2 exploding dice. And that is 3, 6 successes off of his agility resistance of 5. So that's 1 more damage to him. And then the archer fires his bow at Shakra. And 3, 4, 5. So she knocks away the arrow with her sai, and it does not hit her. All right, so now it is their attacks. Shakra goes behind this pillar and gets ready to sprint at the archer, but now she has some cover. It's going to force him to move. Danger Devil attacks the guy, the hobgoblin in front of him. And he gets an exploding die. Ew. So 3, 6, 8. Off of his armor of 3. That is 5 more damage, and that is more than enough to take him down. Thumps to the ground. And then Therese attacks her aggressor. And gets an exploding die and another exploding die. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 from 9 from 4 is 5. That is not quite enough to take him down, so he is still up. And so the archer spins around, comes up and fires his arrow at Shaktra and misses. And then the other one attacks Therese with his sword. And that is not, no, that is not enough. Just got caught on her shield and takes no damage at all. Initiative. All right, so they go before the assassins this time. And Therese is going to attack. Stabs with her sword. And 2. And another exploding die. Woohoo! 2, 4, 6, 8. That is enough to take him down. And then the Shaktra does some somersaults, lands, and stabs with her sai at this opponent, this assassin. And she does not do great. She misses. She misses. Yeah. So, not the best attack. Danger Devil just runs over there, but he's not able to attack on this round. So that will allow this guy to... He's going to take his one last shot at Chakra with his sword, try to take her down as per his mission. And he gets an exploding die. So that's 3, 6. That's enough to do at least 1 point of damage. And then that's initiative. Let's see what happens. So Danger Devil goes after, as so will Therese, but Chakra goes first. So she tries to finish this guy off. And she does get some exploding dice. Oof. All right, so 4, 7, 8. So she does 3 damage to this guy, but that's not enough to take him down. She could use her final danger die, but she can hold on to that just in case. Therese makes her way across, and then he attacks Chakra. Actually, Therese couldn't have moved yet, but that's okay. It's not going to really get impact the combat at all. So 5 plus... All right, so he gets another hit in on Chakra. She's starting to bleed in a few places from injury. And now Danger Devil attacks with his fighting sticks. Chakra! And 2 exploding dice. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Minus 4 is 5 damage. That is enough to take down the assassin. And as the last assassin falls, all of them start to mist up and their bodies disappear. What is that? What sorcery is that? Well, you see, every assassin in the League of Shadowfingers wears an amulet, and when they are rendered unconscious or killed, their bodies are teleported back to the League of Shadowfingers headquarters, not as to leave not much evidence behind. Though their weapons are left behind, their bodies and them are returned to the fold. Unnatural. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here, I will tell you the name of the person that may be able to help you. He may be able to scry or keep her from scrying or detection. It is a wizard here in town. Any help would be great. Thank you so much. I'm not doing it for you. Yes, I understand. All right, thank you. Thank you, Therese. What is his name? His name is Ricardo Reed. He is a wizard of some, let's say, ingenuity. He may be able to keep her from being detected until you can figure something else out. He lives in the merchant district in a rather tall building. Yes, I think I've heard of him. Yes, all right. I think I know where that is. Thank you, Therese, for your help. Yes. I'm sorry about the mess. My acolytes are going to learn discipline as they clean up the blood and the weapons. Oh, Thu, what have you gotten yourself into? I don't want to hear it now, Therese. No sermons. Well, be gone with you before they come here again. Thanks, Therese. Yes, thank you. And so they leave by the doors and they head off across town to try to find Ricardo Reed. All right, so that was that episode. Another encounter with the League of Shadowfingers. And hopefully you enjoyed that. And we'll see what happens in the next episode as they continue to try to help Chakra out of her dilemma. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the comments below. I truly appreciate it. And so until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Mage Hammer out.